round out that sharp nostril shape, grabbing these points and edges and faces and moving them around. Pull those forward. There, nostrils a little bit rounded out. Let's grab those points up. Around, grab these point down, round out the back also. Okay. Spin these two faces. That gives us a better flow around the nostrils and down into the face. I think I want to get rid of that edge I put there earlier and put another row all the way through here. Can define the tear duct a little better. And now when we snap this point back off, it's not as long a piece of diamond geometry across the mesh. A lot smaller, and when it's smaller, it looks a lot better. Okay, there. Our tear duct is a little better defined. Zoom out a bit. See where we should go next. This area of the mouth is nice. I'm going to add some more geometry to edge loop right here. And we're going to do one for the bottom. But on the bottom side, we're going to split poly from the inside center of the mouth and carry it down to a corner, not carry it all the way back around the head like the split poly on top we just did. So let's split all the way inside. It's hard to see what I'm doing, but as soon as I turn on shading, you'll see. Let's turn on shading right now. Okay, now I'm splitting it outside the mouth, and I'm going to end it right here in this corner. And now I'm going to do another split poly from the center of the chin and to that same corner and delete the edge between. Now we have quads that flow completely around the side of the mouth that go down to the chin. Okay? Hope that made sense. Now we can grab these points and define the corners of the mouth where they close up together. And always remember that the bottom lip is slightly tucked in underneath the top lip, both from the front view and the side view. Bring these points in. Okay. Kind of defines the closing of the lips on the side. Just round out these shapes a little bit more. Alright. The area I want to address next, as far as flow, is right here by the nose. I don't like the flow of the two faces right there. So let's select these two. Spin these down like that. Now diagonally from that, spin those two also. Move that point. Push that up. Let's spin these two faces behind now. And you're going to spin those and delete the edge between them. Spin these two and delete the edge between them. And one more time. Okay, delete the edges. We're going to leave the ones right behind. We're going to need that geometry for the ears when we get to it. Now move around some of these points. Okay. Let's go back to the nose area now. There's still two faces I need to spin to get the flow the way I want it. These two. Zoom in. So spin it once. Now before I finish that off, now we have two diamond shapes very close to each other in the nose here. Let's select the two faces between the two diamond shapes, two triangles areas you see. And if we spin both of those, you get rid of one of the diamond shapes and you can delete the edges between the top one. Right there. Okay. That looks a little better. Alright. Let's zoom out a little. Okay. And we're going to add one edge loop going from the nose all the way down around the bottom of the mouth. And that's what I was trying to get as far as topology. Alright. What we have left here is doing another loop around the side of the mouth, coming out from the corner of the mouth. That'll give us a little bit more of an organic feel in the corner of the mouth. Rounds out. So grab these points, pull them back. Okay. That also gives us a little bit more geometry on the side of the face. And I can round that all out. Go to the front view a little bit, select all those points. Deselect that one, push these out. Alright, let's move some of these points. They're looking a little sharp in these angles right here. Round it out. So you get pretty good topology on the face now. And let's see, I think the brow areas are looking a little sparse. I think we should do another extrude up here. Grab these three, and the fourth one. Did I just deselect that? I want to keep the fourth one, so let's select that. Let's extrude out, scale, push it forward. Okay, now let's grab some points and start adding those around. We're going to have to bring down this edge in the center. Pull it down. Oh, looks like he's got horns. Can fix that. Push that forward, down, a little bit more in. Grab that point up top, push it down. Just quickly shape it, round it out. We've kind of flattened the top of the head again. That's okay. We'll grab the row of edges right above in a sec. Pull those out. Looking a little Cro-Magnon. Grab those points, push them forward, down. Okay. Right. Push those in. I think the brow ridge is a little high in relationship to the figure. So let's grab some of these edges and pull them down. Top one, two. That one, those points. Let me spin these two faces here. Spin that and delete the edges between those and those. Actually, I think I'm going to spin it backwards. Let's select those two faces again and spin it the other way. Okay. Bring that down a little bit more. Alright. Alright. Let's move in on the ear here, the ear area. I'm going to just go into the side view here, select a bunch of these points right here and move them in a more favorable position for the ear. Now I'm going to select all 8 of these faces, extrude them. The scale's not working there from the center. Sometimes Maya does that. Let's just select these faces and scale them in from the center there. Okay, now we're just going to take those faces we just extruded inward and basically shape them to the ear and the background image. Do as much as you can with the topology you have. We only have 8 faces and that gives us not that many points to shape the ear, but you can get the basic shape of the ear with that. So move around a bunch of points. We're going to be extruding the ear right out of the geometry of the head. No building it separately and attaching it later. Just going to come right out of the side of the head. Just extrude the same way we've done everything else. So let's move around a few more points. I need to bring this down a little bit. You can barely see the image in the background view there. Okay, now let's look around and make sure everything's okay. Okay, let's select these 8 faces now. I'm going to extrude them out. Okay, let's extrude out. Hey, it jumped over there. Okay, I like working on this side anyway. Pull that out. Switch to rotate and rotate it forward a little bit. Pull it out a little bit more and push it slightly in backwards. That way it has a nice angle as if it's coming right out of the ear. Extrude again, and that is going to set up the geometry for where you're going to make the outer ring of the ear, which is the helix. Pull this geometry in a little bit, get the shape a little better from the side view. Now we're going to be extruding that next. What I want to do now is set up the geometry. I'm going to select these 2 faces, spin them, and now I have the geometry of the helix coming out right from the center. The outline's already there for me to select eventually and extrude out. Let me just pull this out here, pull this at the bottom out here. Okay. Let me extrude the whole helix out now. Select one, pull that down a little bit, a little more. Okay. So starting from the center, I'm going to select one, oops,